Yo, what up, people? Smithers still motherfucking art. Here's today, of course, to give you guys Diabolik Lovers Episode 1 review. And this is the first anime of the fall. Yo. And you know what? It was the shit. Yo. It's so fucked up. It's like the most fucked up harem. I believe it's a harem too, because I remember reading and it said it was a harem. Like a harem fantasy. Yo, this is so fucked up. It's like, yo, like they said some bad lingo-y shit. Like, yo. Okay, fuck it. Let's just do this shit. Because as always, when anime comes out, I will always review the first episode, and I'm gonna continue reviewing this. I'll tell you that right now. Yo, it was the shit. It was the shit. Okay. And so the episode is only 15 minutes long, so it's a quick watch, and so I recommend if you guys haven't seen it, you go check it out right now, because that means it's only 15 minutes, and it's actually pretty fucking insane. Okay. And so, of course, this anime's basic plot, for the first 2 minutes, a girl is just being driven up into, like, the middle of nowhere to a giant-ass mansion. And it's all sunny out and everything like that. And then as soon as she gets there, and this is, like, literally, there's no sound, there's just music playing for, like, 2 minutes. What happens is she gets there, and the second she gets there, it just starts raining, pouring, like, yeah. And so she has to get out the rain. And so she goes to the door, and she knocks on it, like, yeah. The door just slides open. I'm like, that's pretty creepy, bro. That was mad creepy. I was like, oh, shit's about to go down. She goes in, right? And I already knew what to expect from this anime, but still, yo. She walks in, and then she takes like a left, and there's like this guy, and he's just sleeping on this couch. And she walks up, and she looks at him, she's like, is he okay? And she puts her ear on his chest, and she doesn't hear a heartbeat. She's like, oh, he doesn't have a pulse. So she pulls out her phone, she's about to call 911 for an ambulance. And the dude just like, yeah, grabs that shit. It's like, what are you doing? And then he just stands up. And he's like, legit. She's like, I thought you were dead. Well, you thought wrong. And he looks at her in the eye, and she can see that something's off with him. And she tries to, like, start backing away. He just grabs her and just throws her on the fucking, like, couch, like, legit. I'm like, holy shit. What's this thing about to do? Like, legit, he threw her on there. And the nigga started licking her neck, like, legit. And it's like, it tastes sweet. Here I go. And he opens up his mouth, and you see his teeth, and he's a vampire. We find out then and there, she doesn't know yet, but he's a vampire. And he's about to bite, and in comes, of course, Reiji. And because of Reiji, we now know this guy's name, and his name is Ayato. Ayato, and he is the third oldest son. Reiji is the second. And basically he's like, what are you doing interrupting? And he's like, we got a guest here. We gotta treat her properly. We gotta find out what's going on. What do you mean you're supposed to live here from now on? And then he's just like, come with me. We'll go to the proper room and we'll sort this out. We'll go to like the living room. And then he's like, so see to her bags. And I'm like, what the fuck does he mean see to her bags? Also, you see, yo, this is like the funniest shit in the anime, like legit. Oh my god, yo. All of a sudden you just see this dude come from behind her, and he grabs her bags, and he looks like he has like pale face and everything, and he just starts sliding away into a fucking dark corner, like a dark like an open door, like there's nothing there, it's just like a closet. He just starts sliding back into that. Yo, that's mad old, but it was mad funny. Yeah, she's just looking at this nigga, just like, yeah, like. That was definitely one of the best moments in this anime by far. Oh my god, yo. And then basically, she goes with him. And then, all of a sudden, while they're basically talking to get this whole thing figured out, in comes, of course, another guy. And they're all brothers, by the way. And he is, of course, we find out his name later, it is Raito. And basically, he's up on the fucking balcony, and she's looking at him. It's like, "Who are you?" And then all of a sudden, he comes up from behind her neck and just lick, like legit, yeah, yeah. He's like, it's sweet. You should come try this. And all of a sudden, some other dude just pops up behind her, and we can actually see him behind her, but she doesn't see it. He just goes, whoop. Just starts licking the other side of her neck. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like legit. What the fuck is this? And then she starts getting freaked out. And then all of a sudden, of course, the third oldest, motherfucking Ayato, this motherfucker right here. Whoa. He's like, what are you doing with my property? I'm trying to remember the exact word he said, but he has like this niche where he refers himself to like the sir or something like that. Like legit, he's like, what are you doing with thy sir's property? Like legit. Or thy highness, or thou's highness. Like, or he refers to himself as like some weird type of like overpowering everybody else. He refers to himself as that. And then all of a sudden you just hear his voice like, man, I fucking hate it when you do that bullshit. You ain't shit. And then in comes, of course, Subaru. And Subaru is, believe it or not, I believe he is, which one was he? I believe he was, yeah, he was the oldest. I believe Subaru was the oldest. Or was he youngest? Let's see. Oh, I'm fixing Subaru and Shu because I believe Subaru came first, but I believe Shu is the youngest. Yes, Subaru, I believe he's the oldest, and he's like, cut that bullshit out. Who the fuck you think you tripping? And he's just chilling up in the motherfucking corner, like, yeah. And he's like, oh, she's like, how did you get here? And he's like, enough questions. Let's get this settled right now. And then she gets all scared, and basically she explains her story about how she was told to live here, and then all of a sudden, in comes motherfucking Shu. He is the youngest, and he's basically like, fuck this. He's the only guy that didn't hit on her. And so, in my opinion, he's my favorite character as of right now. Because he's just laid back and cool. All these other dudes are doing this crazy ass shit. He's just like, I don't give a fuck. And he's basically like, oh yeah, I remember him talking about it. And the dude was, they use like some weird name, but basically I believe he's like maybe their father or something like that. It's basically like, oh, so she is his next bride, and I'm gonna assume like some type of like vampire lord, yeah, some type of vampire lord's next bride, and so she's being sent there so that they can watch over her. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And of course, the dude I was talking about was Kanito. He's the dude that was like, yeah, just licking the other side of her neck, while of course, this motherfucker Raito was looking the other side. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Like, legit. It's like, it's so sweet. Anyway. And so they get that all figured out. And so she's like, oh, you're not going to leave ever. And then they're like, you're not going to leave ever. You're going to be here for a while. And she just like, oh, and she just like flies back. And she's just like, oh, you're vampires. And she pulls out a fucking claw. Like, when she falls back, she scrapes her knee. And so all of a sudden they all go into like, of course, when a vampire sees blood, they usually go into a frenzy, as we assume. Just like, I don't know, if I see fucking KFC, if I see Burger King, yeah, frenzy time. Like, and the thing is, when they all went to a frenzy, she was like, oh, they're vampires. And she pulls out like this weird little cross, and she's holding it up like, vanquish thee, God. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And they're all just like, sitting down again, like, I fucking hate it when mortals think they know our weaknesses. And then she just bolts. She fucking bolts. Because she tries to, of course, use her phone. And, of course, while she's trying to use it, it's gone. It's like, oh, give me my phone back. I need to call my dad. She's like, where's my phone? She, of course, the third oldest, Ayato, has it. He's playing around with it. He comes fucking Subaru. Stop that foolishness. Crushes that shit. Like, you don't need to call nobody, bitch. And my favorite part, though, is Raito calls... okay, this is how it goes. Ayato calls her pancakes. Because she has a flat chest. Like, legit. In Raito, he calls her little bitch. That's how it's translated, but it sounds like bitch san. Like, legit, bitch san. Little bitch, get over here. Like, legit. So she bolts out. And while she's going, we just see this one motherfucker, Kanito. He's just sitting there, and he's like, and this is like, I'm like, whoa, that was some weird innuendo. He's just running by, he's like, Let me break you. Like legit, like, yo. That was like, if you get the innuendo, it was like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. And then, of course, after him, basically, she runs away. And then comes, of course, Ryato, and he's doing some crazy shit. She tries to pick up the phone, nigga cuts it, then comes up behind her, starts licking her again, like, yeah, it's go time. Round you, little bitch. And then she just runs off away. And then she goes to the door, and comes Ryato, block, you ain't going nowhere, pancakes. Like, yeah, nobody can stop us now. She pushes him off, and she goes running again. And at that moment, like, chains break off of a door. And then she goes into that room, and they're like jewels everywhere. I'm like, oh my god, yo, fuck that. Do. Mad shield be getting stolen, nigga. Do. What do you mean? I don't got shit on me. I don't got shit. Okay. Ah, fuck. I actually hurt. Anyway, fuck it. You know, I would have stole some shit anyway. And then she sees like this weird bluish figure. And after she sees it, her heart starts to pound and it looks at her in the eye. We don't actually see her eyes though, but she looks at her and her heart starts to pound. She goes to the ground, and then all the vampires there's like, of all rooms, you picked to break into this one. They don't know that it was actually open when she already got there, that somebody already broke it. And then this is when I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then basically they're about to like, yeah, it's go time, bitch. Little bitch, you're mine. Pancakes, you're mine. They're like three dudes just licking her at once. And Shu's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, fucking Shuey's my nigga. And he basically breaks him off of her, like, you can't do that. If you do that, you know what's gonna happen. Like, you know, they know the consequences of what happens if they do it. And it's like, well, we can't let her go. You realize that, don't you? You'll never leave this place. Correction, if she ever tries to escape, she dies. And of course, while she was in that room, she also found a diary of her father, and it turns out that her father isn't actually her real father, but he was like a foster parent taking care of her for somebody, and apparently he used to be at this house too, when he was like a priestess, and she's like a church girl, and he was like a priest at the time. Yeah, he was a priest, and basically some type of situation happened where he got a hold of this baby. It could have been like last girl that was like in her position could have possibly had her. Or who knows? And then I was like, basically the end of the episode. I basically threw in everything in there. It was 15 minutes, and so I tried to do my best. And see, the thing is, mad fucked up. Like legit, they're licking this bitch's neck, calling her a little bitch, and pancakes, insulting her, saying they're gonna kill her, and like licking the shit out of her. About to suck her blood, going into frenzies, breaking her shit, threatening her finding out that her dad isn't her real dad, all in one fucking episode, and finding out vampires exist, and that she's in a fucking house full of them. Like legit, this first episode, 9.2 out of 10. It was, no, 9.3 out of 10. It was great plus. It wasn't quite amazing, but it was definitely better than great. This was a perfect first episode. It got me hooked right away. It was so fucked up. And since it's a horror, I'm like, oh, how's this gonna work? And of course, like I said before, my guy's Shu, because he was the only dude that wasn't chasing her, and so I assumed that maybe he was the one who opened the door and who also like saved her life at that point. And so with that being said, this episode was great plus. 9.3 out of 10. Go check this out if you haven't. I know it's like this is on my watch list for show. Peace the fuck out.